All right, are we live? Hope everybody can hear me properly. Seems we are live. Okay, anybody on stream? So far, no people. Oh, we have somebody. Okay, so it's working. It is working. We are live now. I apologize in advance for my bad audio. The audio is quite a hit or miss, and I'm using the in-camera audio at this point. But yeah, I had the dedicated microphone but no adapter. So hello everybody. Hello, greetings. I'm just waiting for some people to join in the stream. Okay, okay, Alex, I will join your live session after my meal. Bon appetit, my friend. How do I see all the messages? Let me just check this stuff. Live messages. All right. Okay, now I see them. All right, that's super. We are live, ladies and gents. We are live. I'm in a hotel room here in London, and I have a couple of hours until my wake up call. And just wanted to do a live. I think this is my third live ever. So yeah, what can I say? Exciting, but don't be too excited about it. It's just a random live in the middle of what day is today? Valentine's Day, apparently. So it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day for everybody that's celebrating. I'm not really celebrating, to be honest. But yeah, if you guys are out on dates and such, I wish you a good luck with that, and have fun. You shouldn't be sitting here on my live on Valentine's Day, right? Okay, I still cannot see the comments. How do I see the comments, man? Okay, this is disturbing. All right, I have Rohan, I have Pradish. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Puya, and Fun with Sanjay. And okay, so a lot of people from India at the moment. Philip Ross, hello from UK. Awesome. I have followed you for a while and I really like Etihad. That's great, guys. So this is basically a live Q&A, but I have actually a couple of topics that I will talk about. First of all, I used to have Zoom call available on my channel. That means you can book a Zoom call through the buymeacoffee.com app or through the website, and that has been the case for some time. But unfortunately, booking Zoom calls with me is no longer available at this point, so we cannot directly have a Zoom call together anymore due to unforeseen circumstances, and you know, I have my reasons for that, but that's just at this point in time. So maybe in the future that will return to the channel, but so far no more Zoom calls at this moment. Please, if you see the stream, please state your country, where you're from, in the comments. I'm not really used to doing lives. I don't really do much lives. This is my third live, as I said, but yeah, we can have a bit of fun, absolutely. So yeah, Zoom calls, unfortunately, I will not be doing them so far. And I had the backlog of Zoom calls as well, so I hope I was able to speak with everybody until I closed it. But yeah. Anyway, one of the news is back in Abu Dhabi, I moved to a new location, and one of the future videos will be showcasing that Etihad accommodation, that new location that I'm living in. I live at 19th floor, so that's quite amazing, and I'm excited about my apartment. The balcony is just huge, guys. Like, that balcony, man, is just, I can do a party on that balcony. We can play volleyball on that balcony. Amazing. So that will be one of the future videos as well, showcasing the new Etihad accommodation in the city, basically. So yeah. All right, let me just check some of the comments here. What do we have? Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you, my friend. You too. Please tell my name. Okay, I will try, but please don't hold me accountable for that, okay? Uh, Daval Kumar Gadhavi. Okay, I hope that was good enough. How are you, Alex? Happy Valentine's Day. Chefak, that's in Romanian. That's great. Love to see your Chennai layover video. Hope you enjoyed in India. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that. I am planning to do more of those travel kind of videos, but I'm not much of a traveler myself. I don't know. It's very weird. I'm doing this job, but I can say this for sure. In the first 2 years of me being a flight attendant, I was taking every opportunity to go places, right, to explore the city and so far and so forth. But as time goes by, you're not that excited anymore for a location, for a new city, for, you know, for destination. So it's very interesting. So you basically become a bit complacent. You don't want to travel as much. You don't care that much, if you know what I mean. So it's very weird. Anyway, let me just continue with those comments. So yeah, we were talking about the Chennai layover. Man, that hotel in Chennai was awesome, guys. So the hotel that they booked for us in Chennai, absolutely beautiful. But there's not much around the hotel, unfortunately. Hi, Alex, where are you from? I'm from Romania. Philip, I went to Manchester, Abu Dhabi, Sydney on Etihad, and it was great. Do you have your US visa yet? Oh, I'm happy you had the good flights. Usually those flights are very packed, so you will not really find an empty seat next to you, unfortunately, but still, despite that, I hope you had a nice one. I do not have a US visa at this moment. I used to have a US visa sometime sometime before, and I had it for 5 years. So during those 5 years, I was doing Chicago flights, Washington, New York, Abu Dhabi to New York, Abu Dhabi to Washington, so on and so forth. And it was great, but to be honest, I don't really regret not having the US visa anymore, mainly because the flights are quite tiring and they're very long. Abu Dhabi to New York, 13 and a half, Chicago the same, usually in the range of 13 to 14 hours flights. And yeah, they're not easy. They're not easy to operate, especially, night and day, time zones, skipping time zones like there's no tomorrow. So yeah, but anyway, I'm still doing ultra long hauls, mainly Australia. So let's see how it goes with that. If they do give me the US visa soon, I don't mind it, but I don't mind not having the US visa. So is there any requirement to have the US visa? No, it's just the fact that they might need more cabin crew to have it, or maybe now in time, and at this point in time, they don't really need it. They don't need more crew to have it. They have enough. They have enough crew to have it. So that's basically the reason why it's not renewed. Let me just read some more stuff here. Guys, now you're leaving too many comments and I cannot keep up. Okay, where I was, okay. Your pronunciation is very nice. I don't think so, but thank you very much. Hello, beautiful shorts HD, Craig Nichols. What music do you like? I'm in England. Well, shout out to you because I'm in England as well. With music, okay, I'll tell you something with music. I used to be an avid listener, I used to have, okay, the latest pop songs. I have a list and I download them religiously, and usually like house music and party music I was listening to back in the day when I was actually interested in going to clubs. So I was very into that. But nowadays, when I listen to music, I basically listen to gym music, like a lot of beats, a lot of hardstyle, hardcore kind of music, rock, hard rock as well in the gym, just to be able to have a motivation for the bicepsies, ladies and gents. So basically, yeah, music is kind of a fuel when you're in the gym by yourself. So I only listen to music in the gym. Usually, when I'm at home and I'm doing stuff, I put a podcast in the background or something like that. Like, I don't really listen to much music even at home. I generally listen to podcasts nowadays, at least. Um, Financial podcasts, usually something like people's podcasts like Joe Rogan and stuff like that. So very entertaining for sure. But yeah, I by the question is why, what kind of music I like generally, like broad question. I like a lot of genres. I think whatever sounds good and it's not too it's ambiental, right? If Okay, let me just read this. Dubai from India. Okay, shout out from Bangladesh as well. Does Etihad hire Filipinos? I'm not sure we have. I recently met a Filipino on board, yes, and she was a new joiner. So yes, they do. Rajiv with a comment in Romanian. That translates to Eu frecmenta. That means it doesn't really have a translation. It's a Romanian slang, and it means I just lose time during the day. That's it. Yo frecmenta. That's really funny, man. That's really funny. John Snowball. I enjoy your vlogs. I am a subscriber from Rarotonga, Cook Islands. Wow, that's crazy, man. Cook Islands. That's crazy. 4 hours from Auckland, New Zealand. That's very far, my friend. That's very far. That's crazy. I just have my English breakfast tea with me. I am in UK, so English breakfast is. That means basically black milk with black tea with milk. I just had some room service now, and I still have some fruits, some side of fruits left over. I might munch some fruit every now and then, because why not? Katie, happy Valentine's Day, dear Alexander from New York City. Have an awesome day. Likewise, Katie, you too. When they bring the 380 back, are you qualified to work on it? So, as far as I know, the Airbus A380 and Etihad Airways will return in summer, probably June, right? May, June, or July, depends on how much they need it to be ready by that time, because we're opening new destinations and it's just a craziness expansion again for the airline. So they have to take that in consideration. But I probably will get the training for it, and I'll probably be trained for it. I'll probably be one of the Airbus A380 crew. What I know at this point is that there will be Airbus A350 crew, and then there will be the Airbus A380 crew, and then all the other planes like the Boeing 777, the Boeing 787, the Airbus A320 will be shared amongst the crew. Everybody will have those, but then the difference will be some of the crew will have the 350, some of the crew will be trained for the 380. And I might be the 380 crew, the biggest commercial airplane in the world, ladies and gents. And you know what's funny? I've flown on it. If you follow my channel, probably you know about it. I got a training for the Airbus A380 back in 2020 in January, and I've flown it for like a flight. I had the flight on the 380, and after that, COVID came. And after COVID came, we all know what happens with the Airbus A380s, right? They were grounded. Of course, they were grounded. They're big and they cannot fit. They did no more passengers basically. So yeah, they had to be grounded. So I didn't fly the Airbus A380 ever since, unfortunately. But yeah, now times have changed for the better. More comments. Let's see. I am a male. Can I become a flight attendant even if I have a scar in your elbow? Of course you can. That's here. That's covered by the uniform. It's fine. Some of you guys, you worry too much about small little things, you know. Do not worry about small little things. They do not matter that much. Fun with Sanjay. I want to become a cabin crew in Etihad Airways. I wish I get change, maybe the chance you mean, to share a flight with you, Alex. You are my inspiration. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Jean-Lu, if you are the Jean I know, he's my friend. He's awesome. Shout out, bro. Hey Alex, buddy, keep up the good work. Happy to see your channel grow over the years. Well done, your ex-Etihad colleague from Cape Town. Shout out to you, my friend. He got married. Now he lives in Cape Town, and you have a kid, right? I don't remember. You have a kid, I think. Anyway, it's amazing. You know, he basically resigned from Etihad, and now he's living the family life in Cape Town in South Africa. Beautiful city. I was supposed to be in Cape Town for my friend's wedding recently, but couldn't get the visa. It was just some complication. But I wish to visit Cape Town someday. Anyway, John, it's a pleasure, brother. Absolute pleasure. It was a pleasure to fly with you as well. Are there many Japanese cabin crews in Etihad? There are quite a few, but I wouldn't say too many. But we have Japanese new joiners, absolutely. Hey Alex, I have uploaded my CV at Etihad Airways portal. I just want to know if my CV got rejected. Will I get a notification as such? Please reply. That really depends. It's, you know, I can tell you one thing and then it will happen another thing. So that really depends. You just have to wait until you get the email, basically. Enjoy, buddy. Thank you very much. All right, one more question here. Is 175 centimeters common for Etihad male crews? I would say the average, I don't know, from what I see with my eyes, right, with my 2 eyes, from what I see with my eyes amongst our male cabin crew community, I would say the average height is, I don't know, 178 maybe, something like that. That would be the average for males, I think. So 175 is not bad. I mean, if you ask me if you have chances, of course you do. Everybody has a chance, actually. I mean, you can take that chance and just apply and see how it goes. You might get rejected, and that's life. You can try again afterwards. I mean, don't let something discourage you. And you know, height is a very interesting subject because in life, you know, there's some things you can change, and I talked about this before. There's some things you can change, and there's some things you cannot change about you, about your persona, about your life. So height is one of the things, unfortunately, you cannot really change. Now you might argue some people, they do some operation in their legs or something that makes the height bigger, but I think that's a very, very, you know, narrow kind of category of people. So I don't think that's feasible. That's a feasible way. But anyway, you cannot really change your height, right? So you can change other things. You know, you can change things about your appearance. How do you present yourself? Do you have a nice perfume? Do you smell well? If I come next to you, will it be pleasant smell? You know, do you have a nice perfume? Do you have a good hairstyle? Do you look after yourself? Are you going to the gym regularly? Are you healthy? You know, all those small little things. Of course, they matter on the grand scheme of things. They matter. You know, they make up your persona, the way you show yourself in the world or towards the world. And I think it's very important the way you present yourself, because yeah, some people say, oh, you know, it doesn't matter, you know, it matters what's on the inside. Like, try getting a job with that. I mean, you know, it's a society. We live in a society, and you have to be up to par, to be professional, right? So that's what I preach, at least. So yeah, that's why ever since I was young, I always did sports. I was in track and field for quite a while, to be honest. Like I was number 2 or 3 in Romania at a certain point, in athletics. And I really enjoyed it, but I had some injuries, so I gave up on it. And then I started lifting. I started going to the gym, and then I started modeling a little bit. I did that back in Romania for some time. But yeah, where I'm trying to get is it's important to be fit, because it helps with your health, it helps with your charisma, it gives you confidence. Um, Other people will look at you in a different way, and yeah, for me, in high school, it definitely changed. Like everything changed, especially the last year of high school. I was going to the gym. I started to look different. The girls started to notice, so it was very cool. Like I became cool. Let's say back then. So I think it matters in any regard. Okay, I'll just read a couple of more things. Carla Di Polla, happy Valentine's. To be honest, on a personal level, I don't care as much for things like Valentine's Day and stuff like that. And I don't know, I'm not dating anybody at the moment. I don't have a girlfriend. I mean, there are girls around me that I will not say they're not, but I'm not seeing anybody seriously at this point. So Valentine's Day really doesn't hold any value for me at this point in time. But I think it's nice. It's nice that there's a day you can make presents for each other and stuff like that. Why not? But I think if you're really with somebody and you love somebody and stuff, it should be Valentine's every day, right? You shouldn't, just wait for that day to make something special, or treat somebody special in a good way, right? And yeah, I don't know. What are you guys doing on Valentine's Day except watching this stream? Please let me know in the comment section down below if anybody goes out for a date or something, or there's like you exchange presents and all of that stuff. Let me know in the chat. I keep saying comment section because I'm used to my normal videos where there's a comment section, but this one we have a chat. So yeah, let me know in the chat if you guys are going out for Valentine's Day. All right. Anthony Issa, do you have a lot of Lebanese people in Etihad? Yes, I do have quite a few. There is quite a few Lebanese people in Etihad for sure, yeah. There is also, people that have been in Etihad for quite some time that are Lebanese, and also I think new joiners as well. I met Lebanese new joiners as well. So new and older staff numbers for sure. Do you donate your money? Answer honestly. Donate money. If I donate, to whom? Like, not really. I don't know. I don't donate that much, to be honest. But it has been, for example, this Turkey situation. There was some Facebook. I don't know. You can donate like $5 or something like that. So I gave to that. My parents actually. My mom was like, with a fundraiser. She donated quite a bit. She was interested in this tragedy, basically. What happened in Turkey is absolutely crazy, right? Hey Alex, me and my son is going to Abu Dhabi with Etihad March 10 this year. Looking forward to see you on that flight. Well, that depends, I cannot be on all the flights. But recently I met a passenger on my flight. I don't know where that flight was. I think Manchester. And then he said, "Hey Alex, I know you from your YouTube channel. I was just in the galley pouring some champagne, and he was like, 'Hey Alex, I know you.'" That was very sweet. Like, it's very weird when I have like passengers that recognize me or something. It doesn't happen often. Like, don't get me wrong, it doesn't happen often. I have a small channel. It's nothing much really, but it can happen. So It's interesting. I was not really used to that. But anyway, I hope you'll have a nice flight, Randy. I hope you will have a nice flight. And yeah, Francisco, hey Alex, do you think being skinny is a problem to become a flight attendant? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Lots of people are skinny. The skinny is okay, healthy, right? I mean, no, absolutely not. I mean, I have plenty of colleagues that are skinny, some are muscular, whatever. I myself, I am 185 meters tall. On my passport says 186, but whatever. And I am 83 kilograms at the moment, or 84. I think my maximum kilograms was maybe 87. I'm always in this range. I never go too high or I never drop too much from my weight. So I'm quite stable. I have a quite stable weight, always working out and trying to, calculate. Let's say I look in the mirror, basically, and based on that, I eat or I train or whatever. So I don't know. It works fine for me. But during COVID, I was eating a lot of bad foods, so I kind of gained. I lost the abs and everything. So, but no, you can definitely be skinny and become a flight attendant. It's fine. Like, that's a weird question. Hi from Spain. Shout out, Susan. Coffee reveal? What is a coffee reveal? It's black tea. It's just, I don't know if you can see, just English breakfast. I'm in England. Mohammed with a deleted message. Funny with Sanjay. Nah, no, I'm single, had done my work, now enjoying evening with your life. This is the way, my friend. This is the way. To be honest with you guys, I said to myself some time ago, Alex, just maybe I was 25 or 26 at that moment, and I said to myself, Alex, just be single until you're 30. Enjoy, don't think too much about relationships and stuff like that. Don't focus too much on that. Just work, build yourself, save money. Don't spend money on stupid dates or you know what I mean. Like some guys, they overspend on dates and stuff like that. They try to impress the girl too much and they try to overdo things, and then they end up spending a lot of money, and then they kind of put their financials in liability, which you don't want. I think obviously as a guy, you want to build yourself in your 20s and your early 30s, build yourself as much as possible, especially financially, so then later on you can be okay. But of course, if that special person comes in your life earlier, it's fine, it's okay, you go for it, and that's it. That's it. The special person, it doesn't matter the time. You can be 20, you can be 25, you can be 30, you can be 19, I don't know. If you meet that special person that really you have a connection with, then that is it. Go for it. But yeah, I kind of said to myself, Alex, until you are 30, do not be in a relationship. So far, actually, that worked. I haven't been in a relationship for quite a while, mostly by choice. Let me read some more messages. But I hope you guys are in happy relationships if you have one. So yeah, our flight from March 10 of this year is from Toronto to Abu Dhabi. That's a long flight. Yeah, I've done that flight many times. I haven't done it for a while, but it's a long flight. It's roughly 13 hours and a half or 14 hours sometimes. When you fly over Canada, you just look outside the window and you see like this craziness outside. Like it's white ice everywhere. Like it's just such a landscape. You see no trace of human, basically. It's crazy. Just snow and ice when you look outside the window. It's Canada flight. Let me read some more stuff. I'm a college student, so doing school works on Valentine's Day. Very nice. Yeah, do your job, do your work. Work on yourself. Be smart about your future, always. Happy Valentine's Day from Delhi. Likewise for you as well. Um, One of the biggest bothers for people like me is the communication between ground, plane, airport of mobility needs. What is like from a crew point of view and generally disabled passengers? Well, very interesting question. We always try to be careful with that. Usually, if we have people with disabilities on board, we have like a chair for that, just to basically escort them from the door to their seat. But usually, yeah, the ground stuff takes care of that. Now, on board, we might try to treat them well as much as possible, like, you know, but generally speaking, yeah, we try to be as attentive as possible, let's say, from a crew point of view. I think it's not easy. Like, if you're a passenger with special needs, I think it's not easy to travel. So crew, we generally understand that. I mean, at least I'm speaking for myself, but I hope everybody understands that. Saw your photo likeness on Rentman Mexico City. Okay, I will not even read this comment, but that's very stupid. Like, guys, if you see photos of me in I don't know what kind of apps and weird stuff, there's so many fake profiles of me everywhere. I don't know why. Probably because my Instagram has quite a few followers. Like, right now I'm sitting to maybe just under 60,000 followers on Instagram. So there's so many fake profiles and they all ask for money and stuff like that, and I'm just trying to report them, and I ask people to report them, but generally speaking, nowadays I stop caring that much. Like, if you make a fake profile about me, like, whatever, do whatever you want. It doesn't bother me personally, but it might bother other people, especially if they ask for money or people getting scammed. And probably of quite a few of you, probably you had this experience with my profile or something. So somebody added you, had the same pictures as me, and then you ask them on Instagram, okay, is it you, Alex? Do you have a second account? No, I just have one Instagram account, or whatever other accounts on whatever apps I don't have. So yeah, that's that basically. Saransh, I think I'm pronouncing that correct. Hi, sir, a big fan from India, and you are also my inspiration. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm happy to hear that. Okay, one comment from earlier. I was asking because in the requirements they say you need to have a normal BMI, and I'm a little below that. Okay, so if you are below that BMI, it really depends how it shows when you are present there in the room with the recruiters, right? So if you feel like you're too skinny, obviously, I mean, you can try to move towards some goals in order to gain a bit of weight if you feel like that's a possibility. But otherwise, just try your luck. Just try your luck. It's not as important as you think it is. I like your Japan shirt. Yeah, it's a Japan shirt. I think it's Mount Fuji. I'm not even sure. Yeah. All right. Okay, Katie, at work we exchange gifts and go out for lunch as a team for Valentine's Day when you are coming to New York. I'm not coming to New York because I don't have the visa at the moment. That's great. Exchanging gifts, going out for lunch. That's really great. Okay, Isaac Miguel, most of the crew creators were females, so there's not much male crew for me to make as a reference and be an inspiration. So your channel is a blessing. Yeah, to be honest, I would expect at this point to have to be more, to have more male crew. I don't like this word influencers, to be honest, but let's say, yeah, male crew influencers. There's not so many. Yeah, most of them are girls. And even in Etihad, there's not many generally. So yeah, I don't know. There's gaps in the market, guys. Just come over and let's do a podcast, whatever. Yeah, I've done a couple of podcasts as well with other crew. I cannot even call them podcasts, more like a chat, a conversation, like, hey, how are you? okay, how are you? And we just talk about things, and we talk about things about our life and stuff like that. So that's also something I might do sometimes more, or I'm planning to do more of. But yeah, I have to liaise with that crew. Okay, when are you free? Let's do this podcast thingy. I had a couple of people, they said no, they're not too comfortable with the camera. So it really depends. Yeah, it really depends. Um, let me, okay, I have quite a few new messages. Hi from Portugal. How do you date in Abu Dhabi? LMN. I mean, you know, to be honest, in my environment, there's a lot of a lot of crew. Let's say there's a lot of potential. Let's just put it this way. So it's not hard for me to date to have fun, basically, whatever you want to call it. But when it comes to something serious, maybe I'm a bit picky, but yeah, I would like to have something serious sometime soon. But it depends on the person. It depends on the person. But generally, in my environment, in the crew environment, it's easy to date. Like, it's easy to find somebody if you really want to. Okay, I agree with you about getting in a relationship in a later age. I have decided I will not come in relationship until 28. So sometimes I think relationships can be a bit of can block a little bit of your goals on a personal level. Like, it really depends on the person. I think the right girl, at least for me, she will understand that I have work to do, and not only that I'm working in my normal job, but I have other things I'm doing on the side, and that consumes my time. But sometimes girls, they want to spend more time with you in a relationship, right? And that's normal, that's okay. But there has to be some sacrifices, right? So I would say, yeah, when you're ready to commit, then that's when you should commit, basically. But unfortunately, guys, sometimes we're not really ready to commit until we have our life figured out. And girls, they understand that many times. They do. All right, let me read some more stuff. Okay, there's too many of them now. Aloha, United Airlines flight attendant based in Honolulu, Hawaii, USA. That's amazing. That's such a nice location. Palm trees, sandy beaches everywhere. Amazing, amazing. I'm sure it's beautiful. I never been to Hawaii, but maybe someday. Can you be under 21 when first applying, or do you have to be 21 to attend an open day? That's within the cabin crew interviews. Yes, you can apply before 21, but you have to be 21 by the time you reach Abu Dhabi. So the recruiters know that, you know that. So basically, you can apply, let's say, 3 months before you are 21. I'm just giving an example here. That should be fine. Did flight attendant is your aim in life? Do you have a plan B in your childhood? So you mean, did I want to be a flight attendant as the ultimate goal? No, that came as a random thing in my life. I was planning to be a air traffic controller. One of my family friends, he's an air traffic controller, and I applied for it and I failed the test. And by chance, I saw an ad post on Facebook with the job of cabin crew, and I just thought, hey, this looks interesting. Why not apply? And I was just getting out of college at that point, and the previous job that I had before, didn't really interest me. So I applied to become a cabin crew, and I became a cabin crew, basically. But I do have a plan B. Always, I have a plan B. I have a plan C. There is life after the job of a cabin crew. I have things going on in Romania. I can always come back, and I have my apartment there, and I have a big house as a family. There is a family business that we have. So, I can't. I'll never be lacking anything. Let's say, and I'll always have work. So basically I'm fine. I'll be fine. But I might want to spend some more time in UAE, for example, even after leaving the job, if I leave it. I don't know when I will leave it as well, so it really depends. But yeah, being a flight attendant in the Middle Eastern zone, in the Middle Eastern area, for the big three airlines, let's say it's not a job that I want to do for a very long time, because it's quite demanding. It's demanding for the body. You have a lot of night flights. You know, your sleep schedule is all over the place. It's just not very healthy to be skipping time zones all your all those years, you know. So I think it's a job that's absolutely amazing for, you know, 5, 10, 15 years, but not for a lifetime. I think for a lifetime it's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh on the body, for sure. And the same thing goes for pilots. Although, you know, pilots, they make more sacrifices because they want to have a long-term career. They want to fly for like 30 years, but it does take a toll on the health side. I'm very health conscious myself, you know, that's the thing. I'm very health conscious myself. Okay, I'll just read some more things. Okay. More things. Hey Alex, hope you're doing well. I'll pack my stuff on Valentine's Day and I'll move to Kuwait. Wow, Kuwait. I'm so grateful because I'm selected as a cabin crew for one of the airlines in Kuwait. Congratulations, that's absolutely amazing. I wish you good luck in Kuwait. Kuwait is a nice place to be in now. Can you greet all live members in Indian style by... Okay. Namaste. I hope I did that right. I'm very excited. I don't know how to. Well, I did it. Yeah. Saludos desde Colombia. Philippine-based crew checked their BMI semi-annually and they were grounded where they're not normal. I think the reason they do this is because BMI is linked to health. So they believe if the crew is not healthy, it's not really okay. Right? I think that's the thought process of the airline. So yeah. Hello from Poland, but I am Turkish. I have lost in 1 month 9 kilograms. Whoa, that's huge. That's huge. That's a big achievement, right? If that's your goal, that's a big achievement. I have left 6 to 7 kilograms to lose. Crazy. Right now I'm 176 centimeters and 88 kilograms. Okay, I see. I hope I will be 81 kilos in a month and be ready for open day. Now this person has a goal. This person has set a goal and he's following that goal. This is what I like to see, guys. This is full of ambition. Abdul Rahman, shout out to you, my friend. That's absolutely amazing. Congratulations, and I wish you good luck in your endeavors. That's crazy. So that's a lot of work for achieving your goals. That's absolutely crazy, and I applaud that. I'm all about being ambitious in life and achieving your goals, so I'm sure you will get it. What are your plans for the future? Would you like to stay as a trainer or head back to Europe? The next 2 to 5 years will be very decisive in my life, I think. I might be sticking to Abu Dhabi a bit more, even after the cabin crew job, just to work on other positions. That might be the case. So it really depends. But ultimately, I think I will return to Romania on the long term, because we really have something solid going on there, and I don't want to, skimp on it. So yeah, let's see how is it. But yeah, the future looks bright. The future looks all right, to be honest with you. Also, yeah, if I'm in Romania, Europe is, I can go anywhere if I want to. And maybe even this little YouTube thing going on. Let's see how it goes. One of my biggest complaints about myself is I'm not making enough videos, I'm not producing enough content, so sometimes I'm being hard with myself, but also it's hard to have really the time. for that. It's like a side gig, right? But it's exciting for me. It's a pleasure to make those videos, and yeah, I am helping some people as well with it, motivating some people as well with it, and yeah, I do enjoy the process of it. But yeah, it can be tiring at times. Does Etihad sell any products like a model plane or any gadgets on the flight or anywhere in Abu Dhabi? We used to, before COVID, there was duty free on flight, in flight. There was duty free selling, and yeah, people were buying a lot of them. I have a couple of them at home. But my biggest and nicest model plane that I have is from Shanghai, actually. And I bought that with very little money from a market, very good deal. They had full of planes from all the airlines in that shop, Shanghai. That's where I bought it. But in Abu Dhabi, I don't know where to find them. I think in Dalma Mall. Dalma Mall in Abu Dhabi has a shop with model planes. I know that for sure. I've seen it, but they're a bit expensive if you ask me. So if you want, like I would say, I think you can find the best deals in Asia for model planes, Etihad, Emirates, whatever. Love from India. Do you have day off? I'm in a hotel right now, my friend. I'm in London, and I'm about to have soon my wake up call. That means I have to pick up the phone, answer it, and then in 1 hour I have to be downstairs ready for my flight for my return sector back to Abu Dhabi. So hello Alex, I want to ask you, how can we improve our English for the Etihad interview? Well, communicate, talk more with people, communicate with others in English, read some books, watch some movies with subtitles in English, hopefully, and practice. Practice makes perfect, all the time. All right, let's see. Hey Alex, I'm 19 and I'm gonna study civil aviation cabin crew service in college for 2 years. My English is good and still trying to make it better. I'd like to learn Spanish too. Do you have advices for me? The same situation. Practice, read, watch. Sorry, I just ate and, But about English, yeah, practice as much as possible. Please say this word in Malay. I will just say the word. I will try to say the word, but I cannot promise it will go out perfectly well. Namaskaram. I hope I said it right. Why do airlines tend to hire more female crew, and have you seen the preferential treatment in your line of work? Well, generally speaking, the airlines traditionally they hired female crew only. When airlines started operating commercially back in, I don't know, 1930, the first stewardesses, the first air hostesses were actually medical personnel. They were nurses and doctors, and they were on the plane for the passengers, safety and medical condition stuff. So that's how it all started, with nurses and medics. And why they were only females? I think because females generally they're better with people, right? I mean, that's the reason behind it. They're just better in communicating with people, relating to other people, and so on and so forth. So that's how it was in the beginning of aviation, in the beginning of commercial aviation. It was females only. I think the airlines started to hire males in the 80s or 70s. I'm not even sure, I might be wrong, but I think in the 70s and 80s they started to hire males. Probably you remember those old commercials like Pan Am Airlines, like the ladies dressed in that turquoise kind of color, walking in the airport. They had the hair done, everything looked perfect, looked very nice, and they were walking the airport and everybody was looking at them, and it was just amazing. But yeah, generally, traditionally, this is a job for girls more than guys. So that's the reason why there are more girls generally than guys. So the same way you can say why are not more females working in the roofing industry. I don't see girls on the roof of buildings repairing the roof. 99% probably are guys in that industry, so it's the same situation, right? People are different, people are different, and that's the way it is. But I don't necessarily see a issue with that. It's just the way things work. There are males in aviation and females, one more than the other. It's fine. That doesn't mean you don't have a chance to get hired in case you want to get hired. Okay, let me just read some more. Let me just read some more comments. I have too many now. You guys commenting too many. So yeah, I study English from your channel. So thanks a lot. Study in Poland. That's cool. Hi Alex, I know that the accommodation is provided by the company, but does the company subtract the accommodation cost from cabin crew wages? No, you have your wage, which is comprised of a fixed part, and then hourly cost. Like as you fly, you get paid hourly, and then there's the accommodation allowance, and those three, they make basically the salary, right? But the accommodation is separate. And it's, I wouldn't say it's free, because you're working in the airline, so it's a perk. Let's say it's a perk. Hi Alex, I'm 5'3". Can I join FA? I'm not sure by your name if you are a girl or a guy. I'm not really sure, but 5'3". I don't even know how much is 5'3" in centimeters. I'm not sure. Sorry. I think that's quite short, right? I'm not sure. You can try. You can always try. That's what I advise you guys. Just try. If there's a open day, let's say in your city or close by, you can always try. Have you ever watched Pearl Harbor? Yeah, I love that movie. I love war movies. I just love war movies, and Pearl Harbor, that's a war movie, but it's very romantic at the same time. It's a tragic story of two brothers, if I'm not mistaken, and a girl. And of course, on the background of the story of what happened to Pearl Harbor and the bombing and everything. It's a great movie. I really enjoy that movie. I think I cried on that movie. Yeah. But yeah, really amazing movie. I like that movie. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it definitely. All right. How many countries have you been to? I don't know. I never counted. I think over 40, but I'm not sure. I'm about to sleep. Have a nice layover. Thank you very much. According to Boeing, the job will require 800,000 people over the next 20 years. You see? So there's always a chance. There is always a chance. Ladies and gents, that's what I'm saying. Hey Alex, how many flying hours are you getting on average per month? Greetings from Guantanamo. Shout out to you, my friend, and keep it up. I get around, let's say, roughly between 90 and 110 flying hours. Post-COVID used to be more. I mean, used to be 110 for sure, because of the lack of, we're not hiring fast enough. I think that's the reason. But the things are settled now, so let's say 100 hours per month, maybe less sometimes. So yeah. Okay. Doing a great job, Alex, on the YouTube. You will grow for sure, as quality is more important than quantity. YouTube might disagree with you sometimes, because quantity is quite important. It makes the viewer more interested in the channel, especially different topics that you bring to the channel. So also quantity is important. I know what you mean, but yeah, both of them are quite important. What kind of medical tests did you go through before applying? Just the standard ones. Do airlines prefer short men over taller guys? Well, statistically, not really. Thank you for Sydney, Australia. Shout out to my Australian viewers. Are you going to make a new room or building tour video about your new accommodation? Of course, I'm going to do that. Alex, is there any male cabin crew with 167 centimeters height do you ever encounter? I don't think in Etihad, but I didn't go with the like a measuring tape and measure people, but I don't think so. 167. I don't know how to approximate that too much. Tomorrow I'm going to London assessment day. I'm so excited and nervous. Good luck, Martina. Hi Alex, I passed the final interview. I did the interview on January 3rd in Madrid, and now I'm waiting for the ticket to go to Abu Dhabi. Congratulations, this is the way. So Sarah has just become a cabin crew right now, so congratulations, Sarah. That's great. So Abu Dhabi coming soon in your path. Could you give me some advice? What should I take with me? How is the training? The training is nice. The training is easy. Don't worry about the first week of training. First week is more about getting to know how things go and getting to know the trainers. And there'll be some learning as well, obviously. But you will do the medicals and the other things like getting the Emirates ID and the Etihad ID and everything like that. So there's a few logistical things and also the medicals and some learning in the first week. Don't worry too much about it. Enjoy the process of the training. Training is fun. Training was fun for me, and I think it's fun for many people. Take with you some money just to have in case. Take with you, obviously, your clothes and all that stuff. But you'll have the essentials around you. Once you reach the accommodation in Etihad, every accommodation has a supermarket nearby, so you can just go buy some items in the supermarket, whatever you don't have with you, and that's it. Easy going. Hey Alex, I see you have a small scar on your nose. Is it a problem? I have a very small scar. Don't worry too much about it. I don't have a scar on my nose. I don't know if it's just the lighting or the lighting here is quite bad. It's already sunset, so I'll end this stream quite quickly because I'll have no more light soon. It's just gonna be the light in this room, and it's not enough light in this room for a good quality video. But anyway, no, I don't have a scar on my nose. I don't know what you're looking at, to be honest. So the girls are chatting here in the comment section, in the chat section. First I did the CV drop and then the next assessment. That's cool, that's cool. Hello Alex, have you experienced servicing to disabled people, kid traveling alone, or animal pets on flight? Should the cabin crew know sign language? How Etihad deal with this? Greetings from Argentina. Yes, I have experienced, I think, all of those. I didn't really experience pets. I didn't have any dogs on the flight or falcons, but I have crew friends that they had dogs on the flight and falcons and maybe cats as well. They keep them in those boxes and you can take them with you. It's quite expensive to take your pet with you, to be honest, guys. Like if you have a pet and you're traveling with the pet, you will see what I'm talking about. It's quite expensive on every airline. Disabled people, of course, like people with disabilities, absolutely, we have every flight almost. So we just have to be attentive towards them, respectful, helpful. You don't have to treat them like they don't know anything. Like some people treat them in a childish way, you know what I mean? That's wrong, so don't do that. Just be available to help when you can. I would say that. I think that's a good way to put it. A kid traveling alone, yes, that's called unaccompanied minor. That's the proper term for child traveling alone. We just have their paperwork with us, and we know their seat, and we keep an eye on them throughout the flight. This is how it goes with the children that are not accompanied. Should cabin crew know sign language? I don't think there's just a lot of training, I guess, for each individual to do, and that's quite expensive for airline. I don't think that's an option, to be honest. Hey Alex, are you going to make a video from Seychelles? Absolutely. Somebody that watches my crew roster reveals. Yes, I'm going to Seychelles, and I'm gonna make a video about it. Absolutely. I'm gonna chill at the beach. I'm gonna get the suntan, because I haven't really been in the sun lately too much, at least. Yeah. Hi, do you serve alcohol? Of course, you have to serve alcohol. It's an airline. It's an airline. But I know about your question. Your question is basically, if you are hired for an airline or you have to work for it, do you have to serve alcohol? And the answer for that is yes, because it's one of the requirements. You have to be willing to serve alcohol on the airline, no matter your beliefs. Okay. I am a male and I'm 161 centimeters and I can reach 212 centimeters with my arms. So any chance? As I said before, you cannot really change your height, but you can change other things, or you can improve upon other things in your life. So I think if you can do that, you can reach a certain level of success. If not in Middle Eastern airlines, maybe somewhere else or in other airlines. So there's always a chance, there's always some hope. The flight hours include the time you are in the place, like layovers, or just time in the air. The flight hours are just flight hours in the air. Flying. Yes. How does visa process work for cabin crew? Do you guys need visa for each country? No, we have like our Etihad IDs that we carry with us when we travel. They're like a special pass, and we have a crew lane at each airport. So we just go to the crew lane, and we don't really need a visa. Sometimes they stamp the passports, but mostly they don't even stamp our passports. Now, why do they not stamp our passports? Well, because if we'll have a stamp in the passport every time we have a destination, our passport will be filled very quickly. And that's bad, because then you have to renew the passport before it's time, and you don't want that. So mostly crew, they don't really get even stamps while going through the airport. That's a good question though. What are you going to do for your 13th birthday this year, dear Alexander? I have no idea. I didn't plan anything. Many times, like, I don't know, I don't care much about celebrations like birthdays and stuff. I'm a very basic human being, ladies and gents. I'm serious. Like, I'm not celebrating special occasion much. Like, even if I had a girlfriend now on Valentine's, I don't think I'll be doing something too fancy, to be honest with you. But last year, did I celebrate my birthday? I don't think so. I didn't celebrate my birthday when I reached 29 years old. Yeah, I didn't do anything. So I don't know. I'm just a basic human being, I guess. But yeah, I might do something, because I'm changing the number, right? It's gonna be 30. I'm gonna be 30 years old, so it's quite something. It's different. So maybe I'll do something. I'll do some party or something. Will you arrange gathering with your followers in Abu Dhabi? You know, I've got this question quite a few times, and I'm a socially awkward guy sometimes. I don't know, maybe I'll do that at a point. You know what, actually, it's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. We could have some nice place somewhere, you know, get a table somewhere, have some people around, and a shisha or something, you know, discuss about life, discuss about things, take some pictures, right? God bless you. Likewise, you too. Do you have cabin crew who used to work in Emirates Airline? I assume you asking if they work now. They're my colleagues now in Etihad, and have they been in Emirates before? Yes, I have a few. I have a few. Generally speaking, when crew come from different airlines in Etihad, they like it more. I find this to be the general rule, but it's not always the case. It really depends on the person. Yeah, but my sister is Emirates, so I know all about how is life in Emirates. They're pretty similar, the airlines, generally speaking. Who is your male and female celebrity crush? I don't think I have a celebrity crush. I really have to think about it, but I don't think I have one. Can you have friends, family over in your place? Of course you can, but you must do like a request for a visitor. That's the way things work. That takes very little time. It's fine. You can have it, yeah. But also your flatmate, because every crew has a flatmate except cabin managers. So you have to, be okay with your flatmate for that. Do you shave each day? Not each day. I just shaved now because I'm having a flight. So basically I shave before flights. In my days off, I don't shave because that will be too much. I don't want my screen to get, itchy and stuff like that. Have you seen any Etihad Airways cabin crew with small scars? Yes, I have. Oh no, I just saw this live. Am I too late? I mean, we're already 1 hour in. I don't know if you're too late, but I'm gonna be here for a few minutes more. Um, I appreciate that. It's very cute. Can somebody become a cabin crew with Etihad at the age of 30 years with no experience in aviation? Yes. Yes, absolutely, they can. Don't let age scare you too much. I just passed Etihad in January. I'd like to know how I should prepare before joining training. I mean, just bring your things, pack your bags and fly to Abu Dhabi. This is the way, yeah? Bring some money with you just in case for the first couple of weeks. Have something with you, and that's it basically. Have some paper and a pen and bring your smile and good mood. I really enjoyed the training process and I hope you'll enjoy it too. What's your regular layover routine in London? Do you stay in the downtown or by the airport? Right now we stay in by the airport because downtown would be quite far, and would be actually quite nice if we live downtown in London, but most of the times for me London would be a lazy layover. It's good for us some sleep. We have a nice breakfast that's very cheap for cabin crew, and we enjoy the amenities around here, but we don't really go much in the city. At least I'm speaking for myself. But yeah, I tend to always go out whenever the hotel is closer to the city in layovers, but if it's too far, sometimes I cannot be bothered. So it really depends. It really depends. Or I have to have a motive to go out, like, okay, I want to buy something or I want to visit a place. Obviously, if I've been to the same city quite a lot of times, it loses the charm to visit again and take the same pictures again in the same places. So, but obviously London is a big city. There's many things to discover. So for a traveler, for a person that wants to see it, there's a lot of things to see. Thank you so much for answering my question. You're welcome. How many male coworkers do you have each flight? It really depends. There are times in which I'm the only male, but generally, let's say we are 2 guys on the flight, or maybe 3. I had flights with 5. It really depends. It really depends. Good night, Alex. Good night for you too. Tips for open day for Qatar Airways. Well, it's the same tips basically for all the Middle Eastern airlines. Be yourself, smile, prepare yourself, have a good CV, be well groomed, have your English on point, all the small little things, right? High school diploma, minimum age, all those things that be prepared for them, and bring your positivity. I always said to myself, okay, I'm going to take the interview. I'm not going to go and be present in the interview. I'm going to take the interview, you know, powerful. Manifestation, they say. Although I don't necessarily believe in manifestation, whatever that is, I believe hard work and doing things in order to achieve your goals is more important. But obviously there's a degree of belief and hope that counts. Is it difficult to get selected in international airlines as a cabin crew, as a refresher? It really depends. It's a very broad question, you know, it's a very broad question, but yeah. How was the age gap between yourself and your batchmates during training? My batchmates, like my batch when I was in training, I arrived in Abu Dhabi when I was 22 years old. So I turned 23 in the training, and most of the other crew, my batchmates, were between 22 and 28, most of them. I think there were 2 girls or 3 girls over 30 in my particular batch back in the day. So yeah, it's quite a wide range of ages. Okay, ladies and gents, we have been over 1 hour of streaming right now, and I hope the quality of this stream is not too bad, because I don't have a dedicated microphone for this, so I have to apologize for that. Usually I like to do things professionally, but this is just a random stream, so take it as it is. And also this sunset here is happening in front of me, and there's no more light through the windows, and my face is starting to get fuzzy here with all the noise. Video requires light, that's why. So I'll kind of end the stream here, get myself ready for my flight as well. I'm gonna finish this bowl of fruits before my flight. And my English breakfast tea got cold. At least meanwhile, for everybody that will rewatch this stream, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. You know, it means a lot to me. And yeah, I do have high hopes for this channel. I hope I'll be able to have the drive and the motivation to keep producing good videos. And yeah, that's about it. Ladies and gents, as always, take good care, stay awesome, be motivated, and shout out to you guys. Bye bye, have a nice one. Now, how do I end the stream? I have no idea. I'll get it. Okay, bye bye. Take care, guys.